The mission of the foundation is to promote long-term public policy to sustain floodplain management and watershed management. Our vision is to be the leading organization for the knowledge of floodplain management. The foundation was formed in 1996. It's a tax-exempt organization, and this year we have crossed over raising $1 million. Thank all of you. Where does this money go? We fund several initiatives. This includes the Gilbert White National Flood Policy Forum, the Nick Winters College Scholarship Fund, No Adverse Impact, the National Flood Programs and Review Report, the Flood Manager Interactive Game, and many different technical floodplain management training videos and publications. I'd like to highlight the major contributors in this past year that have contributed $10,000 or more. This includes AECOM, Dewberry, Michael Baker, URS, the Widgeon Foundation, and a personal contribution from Mike and Marie Pavlidis. Thank you very much. One of our primary activities is the Gilbert White National Flood Policy Forum. Gilbert White passed away in 2006 and provided over 70 years of leadership in floodplain management. I would like to recognize Clancy Filsborn. Clancy was the leader and organizer of a monument created to honor Gilbert White. The foundation helped support this initiative with money, but Clancy himself has raised over $115,000 now. Thank you very much, Clancy. Clancy also has told me he could use another $5,000 more, right? He says 3, okay? So, but I think he'll take 5 inside here. Okay. Clancy, can you stand up just so that people can see you, that if you'd like to contribute to the flood marker? Thank you. The flood policy forums, the different issues that we looked at are what we know, how we can apply the knowledge, and what can we learn going forward. To date, we've had 3 different forums. In 2004, we had reducing flood losses. Is the 1% chance flood a sufficient standard? In 2007, we looked at what should flood management be in 2050? And in 2010, we looked at how do you manage flood risk? How do you look at human behavior, perception, and measurements? This year, we've taken the 2010, and Doug Placencia has initiated a statewide rollout. Colorado and Indiana were selected for these states, and over 80 people attended each session. And it provides customized long-term policy for each state. I'll be saying a little bit more about this later, but if you would like to have one done for your state, please contact Doug Placencia and we'll try to schedule it in. We've always supported the No Adverse Impact. The projects included the Community Toolkit, the Mitigation Planning Handbook, Floodplain Management Practices Handbook, and training programs. We've also developed the Floodplain Manager Program. Last year, you saw a demonstration at this conference of the program. Basically, it's a sim type of a program where a person can come in and simulate developing in their community. And what are they doing right and what are they doing wrong? And they get feedback on these items. This particular year, we've taken funds and we've added interactive feedback. And Curtis Patel has been the driving force behind this, supported by Wally Wilson, all done under our Implementation Outreach Committee headed by Grant Smith. So, Curtis, if this is the opening screen that a person sees going on in. So basically, going through here, what we have is the user gets introduced to the game. Then what they do is they make decisions of where to build. And this here is a reporter interviewing the mayor of the town.
In addition to our property and sales taxes, we've had to pay some flood damages. Some of the cost was offset by our flood insurance claims. With wiser building choices, hopefully we can minimize flood damages in the future.
Okay. This was actually the finance director of the town. We somehow passed over the interview, but if you play the game, you'll see that. Go ahead. So basically what we've done here is we developed a tool to help teach sound floodplain management to public officials and other planners moving forward. Okay. The actions that we have for this year are fourfold. We're going to conduct a forum for 2011 dealing with coastal issues. We're going to continue some statewide policy events, continue providing support for the flood manager game, and fund policy issues and papers. Starting with the beginning of why we selected these items. The economy is still going to be a big pressure on all of us this coming year. Most of your budgets are tied to some aspect of the economy going forward. And you may be faced with people coming up with arguments that you are stopping development, you are stopping progress.